And I think one of the things that I've seen coming along and that you see around the finance world as well is when you start to look at crypto and you look at digital currencies. It feels like each government is releasing their own digital currency each week at the moment. That must bring a whole host of new challenges because it's a whole different way of operating with money, isn't it?
Well, it is, and in some respects it isn't. I mean, the cryptos, anything that's blockchain related. I mean, the technology around that is fairly well understood in terms of the digital ledgers and how the money moves around. So yes, there are a lot of them, but you can conceptualize them as different currencies. The problem there is the difference in the data protection aspect, because with standard financial institutions, you know exactly who the person is, they've been fully verified, and we tend to have that information, and you can see the to and from person that it's going to. Generally, once things extracted into crypto, unless you have access to the crypto exchange because you're providing regulatory services for them, it's a completely opaque system, and you don't know where it's gone within that. However, law enforcement agencies, if they need to trace through that, they can do. And you know what what we're actually seeing is sort of less use of that, because the whole nature of blockchain is that it can be fully traced. So when you want to move money around, it's not actually as obvious a source as maybe it was when it first got set up,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, the people still need to take the money out of there in order to pay for things.
Mm.
So there will be an in point and there will be an out point, and all of the wiggles in the middle, if we need to trace them, can be traced by the relevant people. But it's if large amounts of funds are coming into an account from crypto, that's just as much of a red flag as if it's coming in from any other source.
Hmm. Okay, well that's good to know. And I guess similar algorithms and similar approaches then from an anti-money laundering point of view would then still be valid.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, we're looking at sort of companies and individuals and their interactions with the wider network. So from that point of view, you're looking at movement and the typologies around those. So regardless of sort of the origin or the beneficiary from that point, whether it's crypto, whether it's cash, whether it's a deposit, whether it's a loan, all of the different types of sources that those things could come from. Um, you can apply very similar techniques. I mean, they're not identical, but you can apply very similar ones. And, you might need to tweak how you're looking at things depending um, on the source. But fundamentally, you can treat them in a similar way. It's just that, say, it's a bit more opaque once it goes into the crypto system. But
Mm.
law enforcement have their own ways.
Yes. Okay.